In the words of a 4-year-old, she would say, "Me want to go to our new home, not Blet home." Hey, good morning and welcome to this week's Lively Bible Encounter entitled, "Let's Go Home." So in a lot of thought process this week and just given consideration to how we live as people, and being in many homes, not to say that one's better than another or one is worse than another. I'll let each of us judge ourselves to our own. But just take the little road trip with me for a moment and consider how it is that so many different people live, but yet none of us seem to be entirely happy with the things in our life, the things in our home, the structure of our house, that we would want it to be bigger, that we would want there to be taller ceilings, that we would want for more fancy frilly things on the walls or whatever it is. And whenever my daughter come to me, typically every time we go on vacation, she says, "Me ready to go to new home," that being a hotel, and not our Blet home, that being our house. As disheartening sometimes as what it might be, it's caused me to really sit back and think so many times, and especially this week as we've been working on a few different renovations, that thought would keep coming back to me, is what would cause a child to be excited and to go into this new environment, to become a warm environment, a welcoming environment, one that they could learn and to be loved in, and without giving a whole lot of extra effort. And in that idea of a home, a house, and love and feeling warm, that for me this week is where life meets Bible. And it comes out of the 21st chapter of Revelation, and we read the very first verse. Revelation chapter 21, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea." And we'll now look at verse 3 and 4. We read, "And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eye. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away.'" You know, for a 4-year-old to have such an impact on me, just to think that we can look at our house, anybody's house, and realize just how, in her words, how Blet these things are. Blessed is what we are, that God would put a roof over most of our heads and allow us a place to lay it, that we can call ourselves blessed and rich, is that we often fail to realize how unfortunate we are to have to be in such a place. And even more than that is that we would be so ignorant on many days that we wouldn't take to realize or acknowledge what Jesus gave up to come here to this Blet home. That one day, and as it reads, that this old place, this earth, our homes, our bodies, that it's all perishable, that it's not going to last much longer. But rather that we get to go to a new home where tears are no concern, because our Father is going to be right there to wipe the tears from our face. There'll be no more mourning, no more worrying, no more sorrows. Death is no longer going to prevail over anything. How great is that? And coming from a 4-year-old, that she would say, "I am so ready to go to a new home, Dad. Oh, I'm ready to get out of this old Blet place." What about you? Are you ready for that new home? A relationship with a Father that would go off to create this place with many rooms and be excited with joy, that whenever we would walk in, that He would greet us with open arms and say, "Well, good job, my good and faithful servant." Is that you this morning that's ready for that? Because I know I am. But what are you doing to work on that relationship? to better the things that we have here and now. And I can guarantee it without a single argument that every one of you is willing for or ready for that new home this morning. If you're ready for it, and if you want to achieve that relationship with the creator of it, do you not think that there's many other people out there that don't know about it? About how great it's going to be? About the requirement of faith and in believing and walking with Christ? That there's so many other people out there right now, and maybe you're one of them that don't understand completely what Jesus left behind to come and to provide a new life for us, that He is the way, the life, that He's the truth, and that He left everything for this blessed home. I really don't know what to think about that, other than I'm ready to go be with Him. Not in such a way that we would ever cut this time short, because He's got many other plans for us. But in such a way that I want to do so much more for Him. To thank Him for coming here to this blessed home. And then to running off to create us one that won't cause or allow or to administer to tears and sorrows or pain or death. If that's you this morning that's ready for that home, what are you doing about it? Are you working on your relationship with Jesus this morning? Get back into that 21st chapter of Revelation. Read it in its entirety. See what more that God is going to offer. These are things that's not yet come to pass. What more does He have to offer? More than that is, what has He already given is equally as much. He's given us a way that we could have never provided for ourselves. If you need help with that relationship this morning, I ask that you reach out to me. If you want to go deeper into this topic, reach out to me. We'll sit around and we'll talk, as a lot of us have in the past. But I just want to encourage you to cause a thought about this blessed place, this blessed home that we're in right now, that it's so short-lived, that it's all about to perish. The earth, our house, for a place that no more sorrow, no more tears, no more pain. If you're excited about that, hit that like this morning. Hit the love button. Share it with somebody else. Make sure that everybody else is getting the message this morning, this week, that Jesus loves them and that He's going off to make a place for each and every one of us. And He says that if I go off to make a place, that I'm going to come back and get you. The question is this morning, are you going to be ready? Hey, thanks for joining me on this week's Lively Bible Encounter.